Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm bringing you kind of an update to a video I did a couple weeks ago, I think. It was about Apple's iPhone, I want to say Keynote, that's coming out the next week. It'll be a week from today. It'll be September 10th, and sometime in the morning or afternoon. I'm not sure on the exact time. But anyway, there's a couple things that they're going to come out with. The iPhone 5S, the iPhone 5C, and iOS 7. I'm just going to go over those one by one and just kind of break down for you what you can expect. Okay, so the first thing, like I said, they're going to come out with two different kinds of iPhones. The iPhone 5S, which is what you would expect. If you didn't know anything about the 5C, you'd probably be expecting the 5S. It's basically going to be like the 4 to the 4S, and it's going to be like the 5 to the 5S. And basically, it's going to be an incremental upgrade from the iPhone 5. It's probably going to have the same form factor, so that all the cases and everything will still work, all the accessories, all that kind of good stuff will still work with this. Now, the differences are going to be like in the 4S, there were some upgrades that didn't require any different physical exterior hardware. One thing that they are talking about as a kind of, I think, a major upgrade is the fingerprint scanner. They're supposedly going to put a fingerprint scanner in the home button of the iPhone 5S. And basically, it's going to be, for right now, it's probably just going to unlock your phone by pressing your thumb on there, and then it'll read your identity. There's talks that maybe that'll be worked into mobile banking and other things that need special security settings. We'll see how that goes, but for now, I think it's just for unlocking the phone at this point. There may be, besides that, there may be other upgraded things physically. The first thing is an upgraded camera. They're talking, the iPhone 5, as you probably know, has an 8 megapixel camera, just like the 4S, but the iPhone 5 has improved optics, wider lens, that type of stuff. So it takes better pictures than the 4S, but it's still 8 megapixels. The iPhone 5S is supposedly going to have more megapixels, but they're not. That's not one of the strongest rumors there are. If it does get upgraded megapixel-wise, they'll probably will be around 12 or 13 megapixels, somewhere in the neighborhood of the Galaxy S4, not ultra pixels like the HTC One. It's definitely going to be probably upgraded megapixels, if anything. Like I said, like the 4S to the 5, they did put a wider lens in. To improve optics, they may do that again. They may widen the lens once again. And then one thing that's pretty sure is right now there's a single LED flash on the iPhone 5. They're probably going to update that to dual LED if all the leaks are correct. All the casings of the pictures that have come out on websites have been showing a dual LED flash. So, wider angle of the flash and more power, obviously. So yeah, that's that for the iPhone 5S. Besides all that, it may have more storage. They may double the storage to possible 128 gigabytes, which is huge. But they just did that with the iPad, so I don't see why they wouldn't do it here. It's going to have an A7 processor as opposed to the A6, just upgraded just a little bit, but it will have a new name because it will be a different processor. The last thing about the 5S, they may add the gold model, and it seems like a done deal to me at this point. It seems like a sure thing. So they have the white and the black that you're used to, but now they're supposedly going to have a subtle gold model on the back. And it's not going to be a real flashy gold like a ring or jewelry or anything. It's going to be more subtle, like champagne type of color. So it's not going to be anything too in your face. So yeah, that's the 5S. Now the other one that you may not know about, you may or may not, is the iPhone 5C. And the C stands for color, from what we can tell at this point. You may have a lot of choices in colors when it comes to the iPhone 5C. I think I saw red, yellow, green, and blue, and there may be more than that. But yeah, so it's going to be a bunch of different color choices, and instead of metal like the regular iPhone, the 5S and the 5 and the 4S, and so on, it's not going to be metal, it's going to be plastic, so it's cheaper to make. But it's probably going to have similar internal features like the camera and the processor, similar internal features like that to the iPhone 5. So it's not going to be an upgrade, it may just kind of be a shift sideways, if you know what I mean. So yeah, the iPhone 5S is what's going to get many of the upgrades, but the 5C is going to be a low-cost model. That's why it's made out of plastic. So it's going to be low-cost, cheaper to make, and it's not going to have the premium features, but it'll be a cheaper phone. So, it's just wherever you want to, step on that issue. So yeah, that's the 5C, and it's going to be, like I said, cheaper than the 5S, so people who don't want to pay the full premium price of an iPhone can still get iOS on a cheaper device like that. The last thing that they're coming out with, like I said, is iOS 7. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you go check it out. I like it. It's a very different visual experience. So if you're not used to it, you want to kind of get yourself acquainted with it, or else it's going to be a shock to the system when it does come out. Like I said, it's completely different visually, and it's got some minor upgrades under the hood, aside from the complete visual overhaul. The apps are going to be more multitasking oriented than they were before, because right now they just kind of freeze in place. Now they're going to kind of do some more behind the scenes, but it's not going to be inefficient. It's going to be more efficient. It's going to be more intelligent, apps are. So yeah. The last thing that they added that you may want to know about is Control Center. You just swipe up from the bottom, and it comes up with a menu, kind of like the multitasking. If you jailbroke, you might have had something like this, but you can toggle airplane mode, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, stuff like that, all from the bottom without having to go into the settings app, so it's kind of nice and accessible. One last note before I end this video. I want to give a shout out to my friends over at Front Page Tech. If you haven't seen them, I suggest you check out their YouTube channel and website. I'll put both of those links down below. What they do is pretty awesome. They're a unique YouTube channel, so they're not just a tech news channel, but they got a lot of personality and flair, and they deliver tech news in a really unique way. And I feel like most people can connect with them and enjoy their videos, so be sure to check them out. I'll put the links down below. That's all I got for this video, you guys. If you have any comments, leave them down below. Hit me up on Twitter, Google+, whatever you want to do. And thanks for watching.